Talk about President Trump making his first big changes to Obamacare. The changes are aimed at shoring up shaky health care exchanges before the next big enrollment period. For now, the president remains focused on getting health care and overhaul there taken care of before tax reform, a timeline he emphasized in that exclusive interview with Maria this week at the White House.
We have to do health care first to pick up additional money so that we get great tax reform. So we're going to have a phenomenal tax reform, but I have to do health care first. I want to do it first to really do it right.
What to make of that? Former Reagan Budget Director David Stockman is here. The president also said in that interview, David, that the savings from the health care reform, about $900 billion, is essential to moving on taxes. Do you agree with that?
It's a huge mistake. The idea that
what's a mistake?
To go with, again, to go back at Obamacare, especially to save money. By the time they find anything that can get a majority in the House caucus, through the Senate, through conference and to the president's desk, there will be zero savings. The last bill started with $400 or $500 billion of savings. By the time they withdrew it Friday afternoon, as you remember, there was almost nothing left. So that is a complete distraction. Obamacare is a disaster. The Democrats own it. They pass it. They should leave it on their watch. Secondly, the reason they're doing it is the reason there will be no tax cut of the kind that Wall Street expects. We are so deep in the soup debt-wise. We have such a huge built-in deficit. It's heading back to $1 trillion a year that you have to have revenue-neutral tax cuts, and nobody can figure out how to do it. The BAT, border adjustment tax, is dead, and without that, you're not going to reduce the corporate rate to 25 or 20 or the other things that people need to do. So the bottom line is the Trump reflation fantasy is over. It's not going to happen. It's all downhill from here.
Downhill where? Downhill in the stock market?
The market is heading 20–30% down to 1,600 on the S&P. We're going to have negative shock after negative shock. It's about time they sobered up. April 28th, the government's going to shut down. April 28th, the government's going to shut down, and that will be spring training on the continuing resolution with all these writers until we get to MOAD, and I want to emphasize this, MOAD in the summer, the mother of all debt crises. We're out of cash soon. The debt ceiling is frozen. There is no possible majority in Congress to raise by trillions of dollars the debt ceiling. So we're going to have shutdown after shutdown, crisis after crisis. That's what's coming down the road.
David, thank you for bringing so much good news this morning. It's like you brought the proverbial bag of thorns.
Okay, but
now I'm serious because all right, one, I was actually taking notes. I know I was looking down. First and foremost, you say leave Obamacare. I understand the difficulty in passing anything that has any kind of revenue in it. Right. Savings in it. However, to say let the Democrats own it, but the Democrats at some point won't own it because if the Trump administration doesn't act on it, those premium increases and insurers dropping out of Obamacare because the Republicans haven't done anything with it, the Republicans potentially could wind up owning that as the summer begins, and especially in October when the American people get hit with those premium increases.
I don't agree with that. The Republicans ought to hold hearings all around the country, not try to pass something they don't have a majority for, they're not even close, and lay out chapter and verse how a majority, an exclusive Democratic majority passed it in 2010. It was poorly designed. It's inflating to no end the health care system. We can't afford it. It's taking the country to the brink of bankruptcy. Lay it out chapter and verse, and finally, when the thing explodes, you can repeal it and replace it with something reasonable, which is oriented towards getting costs down in the healthcare system, competition back in, and give people the money to spend on their own health care, not these huge bureaucratic, system that we have today.